Hi team. Nothing new's come in for a little while, but I wanted to talk about the Haslab that just passed through. So I figured I'd just bought some random backlist stuff. Well, we go through this together while I give you some thoughts. Ironically, starting with the Cantina aliens, and I did not back the Cantina, and yet I've been looking for Red Guy and Labia for a while now. I got him. I don't know why I've got him, but not them. It's the collecting life is long. Anyway, kind of neat seeing everybody's unboxing videos turn up for the Haslab Cantina. That's got to be exciting. And huge congratulations to the people who backed the Gunship. I mean, I did say I thought it was going to pass, but I got to tell you, for a couple weeks in August there, it was looking pretty dodgy. So I'm really excited for the people that were excited about that. It's been a long time since I've had a cinema scene. Maybe this is it. This is my Cantina, is this backdrop. So yeah, huge congratulations to the people that backed it. And you know, the mail away ballots came in and it didn't just pass, it passed with one tier unlocked. So everyone's getting Coleman Trebor as well. That did have the advertised effect, which is that it, you know, that was the only figure in the entire offering that I was even marginally interested in. So that did give me a bit of FOMO. Actually, I guess it ain't FOMO, it's just Mo. I missed out. And that's, you know, that's the ball game. There's people who are like, oh, they should give us another chance to back it now that we know that the tier was unlocked. It's like, no, that ain't it. That ain't how it works. You back it because you want to back it. If you didn't want to back it, you shut up. I don't know what to do for you guys. You back it when it's time to back it. Once it's not time to back it, you've missed your chance. Mo. 10 years of the Phantom Menace, and I never bought this blue medical droid. But I love this design, and I love droids. So if I were to think proactively about the future of Haslab, I would say the Sandcrawler remains a pretty good bet, depending on the offering, of course, as with all things, but the Sandcrawler remains a pretty good bet to get my attention in the future if they did a Sandcrawler, because I've got so many droids. So the idea of packing up a Sandcrawler full of all of the droids and bits of droids that I've got over the years, very appealing. Look at that little guy right there. I also got R3PO, which I don't even know, is that a Vintage Collection figure? Because there was an R3PO back in the Saga days, which I used to have. I don't have them anymore, but that ain't it. This is something else. Maybe this is like the Emperor's evil droid or something. I don't even know. If anybody knows who this is, can you believe I buy action figures? I don't even know who they are. I like, like I said, I like droids. I like protocol droids a lot. I wanted the red one, so I got him, but I don't know who that is. If anyone knows who this is, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much. So yeah, if they did a Sandcrawler next, remote control, but it only goes forward and back and to the right. Those are the two modes, but it's remote control. Oh, I'd back the crap out of that. You could do a tier, extra GAC from the Mandalorian, put it on top if you wanted to play Mandalorian with your Sandcrawler, but otherwise it's a Star Wars Sandcrawler. That'd be tons of fun. I'd be all about it. But this raises the point of, like, I genuinely don't know, based on what we've seen here, I genuinely don't know how much life the Haslab model has left in it. If the rumors are true, I mean, Yakface has a good sized rumor on this that there is a Death Star that has at least been designed. If the rumors are true, that is going to be an incredibly expensive product. Like, that might be the one where they kind of can't figure out a way to do it because it's going to cost, I don't know, north of 1,000 American, depending on what they do. Or here's what I think is the problem. Sidebar, found a loose Vintage Collection Grievous. Been looking for this forever. This guy's really hard to find, well, for a good price. This was at $30 loose. He was complete, and I somehow managed to lose his blue lightsaber leaving the store. That one's on me. I got plenty of blue lightsabers. I'll be fine, but I'm like, good Lord, how did I screw this up? Anyway, terrific. Remember, this is the one that has the little pockets for his collected light. This is a sick figure. I don't know how I'm gonna stand it up. He doesn't even have peg holes, but great figure. But yeah, the model's going to have to change because the Death Star is going to be, like, everyone was complaining on the Gunship, I think rightly so, about the sticker shock. It was too high. It didn't pass the sniff test for a buyer, right? I think even if it had been $3.99, $50 American cheaper, it would have worked. But at $4.50, everyone looks at it and is like, wait, I'm not getting enough for $450. which, by the way, for a Canadian is like $750 between, you know, the exchange rate, the shipping, the duty. That's a really, really expensive toy. That's why one of the reasons I didn't buy it. But good Lord, yeah, I can't imagine doing a Death Star at any kind of scale where you'd look at it and say, wow, they did the Death Star, where it's not just the old Kenner one, and not having it be over 1,000 American. And in which case, like, boy, that's a hell of a threshold to hit with these things. I also found Colonel Kraken from the Vintage Collection. I've been looking for this guy forever. I loves me a deleted scene action figure. I think previously I've mentioned that on the channel. I love that. It just appeals to my sense of whimsy. And I also, you know, I just love having miscellaneous rebels to put in my Millennium Falcon. So that guy, I don't know what the hell this is. Like, what is that? But that guy, great looking figure. And, you know, again, great price. What did I get him for? I got him for $12. Can you believe that? That's amazing. This is all Fourth Moon toys here in Toronto, by the way. This is not paid promotion. I just like those guys, and they've got so much stuff. It's really awesome. But yeah, it's hard to imagine how the Haslab model can continue in the way in which it's going, because I think they're just running, like, here's what I think, and I hope I'm wrong, but here's what I think. I think as of this one, as of the Gunship, we can officially say they will never do the Fondor. They will never do the Havoc Marauder from the Bad Batch. They will, maybe they'll do the U-Wing, but maybe not. I'd say that one's 50-50. That idea of like big wish list items never been done before. You know, unless there's something huge coming from like the Mandalorian movie or the Starfighter movie that is shooting now. I just don't think that's gonna happen anymore. And I gotta say, the only answer to that is Hasbro's gotta get, I mean, from my standpoint, they don't have to do anything. They're a business, they do whatever they want. But from my standpoint, they should really start looking at getting back into mid-sized vehicles. Like if you're not gonna do the TIE Avenger from Andor as a Haslab, which would have been a bit small for a you know, but it would have been nice to have a $200 Haslab for once. But if you're not gonna do it as a Haslab, it should be a product, right? Like, I mean, it's a slam dunk product. Everyone loves that design. Everyone loves that show. Crazy that they haven't done it. But like, the idea that Haslabs are now going to be the only way to get mid or large size vehicles and playsets, and there's only like original trilogy stuff that they're going to even do in that model is pretty disappointing. If it's true, like this is all theorization. I don't know. Last thing I'm going to open is this. I've already owned this, and yet for some reason I lost that guy right there. And he's not a great figure, but I do like that design from The Last Jedi quite a bit, and they're never going to make him in any other format. So just for the sake of completeness, I bought this whole thing, $14 for the whole thing, and you can never have enough First Order Troopers. So that and honestly, I can never have enough Jedi Rays. I've got like 6 of these particular Rays. This one's got the snowy feet, so that's cool. The thing that I really think is lacking as I think forward to how Haslabs are going to work is a sense of awe. That is what I think has started to dwindle. When they made the sail barge, if you were a collector of Star Wars of a certain age, you looked at that and went, holy, you know, like it was a big, astonishing, awe-inspiring move. When they made the Razor Crest, maybe you grumbled a bit because there was certainly a time in your life when something like the Razor Crest would have been in mainline. But Toys R Us is gone now, so that's all fallen apart. See, that's what I mean. I mean, he's okay. He's not bad. He's just not great. But when they did the Ghost, you know, again, that sense of awe, like, wow, especially there because of the scale. Like, I mean, as I've said before, purely the scale is the main thing that kept me from buying the Ghost. And I still, every time I see that box, I saw one today, a boxed one at Fourth Moon. When I see that box, I am simultaneously like, God, I wish I owned that. And thank God I don't own that because it's so big. And then things start to fall apart, right? I kind of feel like when you hit the cantina, and you know, the cantina is a gorgeous offering, particularly for the figures. Like the figures were the real value op there. But when you hit the cantina and then you hit the Gunship, you can feel the enthusiasm start to wane. And like, let's be real, even for people with a lot of income, which I, by the way, am not one, I'm a freelancer. But even for people with a lot of income, the obligation, such as it is, this is a hobby, everyone, to buy a, for Canadian, $750 to $1,000 item annually to keep your collection up to date, I can see how that starts to diminish over time, and I think we're firmly into the diminishing returns now. I do think if they do the Death Star and they do it well, it will be awe-inspiring in the way that I'm referring to, and so maybe that will be the last great gasp of this. But after that, I'm not sure that there's anything juicy enough to make this model work. Again, I mean, Sandcrawler might be it, but, and look, friends, you know me, I'm a new media person. If they did the Gorilla Walker from The Last Jedi, I'd be the happiest person in the world. But we all know people have big feelings about the sequel trilogy, and the design of that walker is not gonna be enough to get them to be like, to shut up and back it. So I would love to see that. I'd love to see the Fonder. I'd love to see the Havoc Marauder. I just, at this point, let's be real, not gonna happen. So I would be interested, like guys, believe me when I say you've all vented your spleen plenty about what you didn't like about this Haslab, but I would be really interested in hearing what the future of the Haslab looks like to you, to keep you invested, to keep you buying. What kind of approach do they need? What kind of product do you need to see? I've suggested here in the channel in the past that I would like to see lower cost figure only Haslabs. I still would really like to see that. Like, imagine if there had been, I don't know how this would work with funding, right? Like in terms of did we fund the thing or not? But imagine if there had been an option to buy just the figures for the Cantina. Like for people who just don't have the shelf space, don't want to buy the $600 thing, but wanted the Tonica sisters, wanted the Wooher, wanted Greedo and Nabrin Leeds, although now I have Nabrin Leeds as a plenty. But you know what I mean? Like, that's money, right? Because once you've funded the Haslab, that's money, Hasbro. That's money on the table. I mean, I know it impacts the exclusivity and all that, but I just feel like there's a way to do that. And if you're not going to do that, then I've said it before, I'll say it again. Give us a $200 Skeleton Crew, complete Skeleton Crew box set. Where it's just the 4 kids and maybe 33 as a tier unlock. And, you know, then the weirdos like me who love that show can get what they want, and it doesn't have to go on the discount racks at GameStop or wherever else. So I'd love to hear what you guys think the future of Haslab looks like and what would keep you engaged. Or, you know, maybe if you're just out, like if you're not going to do these, that's cool too. I'd love, you know, tell me about that. I want to end where I began, which is very sincerely, I'm so happy for the people that backed this offering, getting what they wanted. It looked a little dicey for a while there, so I'm really happy with the outcome for the people that were excited about this campaign, and I'm looking forward to seeing your unboxing videos next September. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the month.